First of all, don't let policy choices in one of these countries drive the other. Yes, we do need to recognize the interconnectedness between Afghanistan and Pakistan. But it's also important that these countries be addressed on their own terms. For too long, we allowed the requirements in Afghanistan, the military requirements in Afghanistan, to dictate the way we saw Pakistan. As a result, we failed to pursue policies that reflected Pakistan's changing political realities, often knowingly undermining its democratic forces and subordinating our supposedly cherished non-proliferation goals. At the same time, in our preoccupation with enlisting Pakistan in counterterrorism and dealing with terrorism in Pakistan, we failed to appreciate how an Afghan insurgency could be kindled by our lack of urgency in addressing the country's severe development and governance deficits. Secondly, don't build your policy around a single individual. Avoid conveying the impression that Hamid Karzai is indispensable or that President Asif Zardari is our man. Don't impede in any way a political process that might result in removing Karzai and lead perhaps to constitutional reforms and more effective leadership. And don't make the same mistakes with Zardari that we did with Pervez Musharraf by clinging to a leader in a period of political transition. In building relationships with the leaders of either country, it's critical not to ignore or underestimate the constraints imposed by popular forces. And in reaching out to broad publics, it matters less what you think you're doing with your programs and your statements, and more by the way they're being perceived.